Welcome in, everybody, for another Thursday hangout. I'm enjoying doing these. I've been changing it up a little bit the last couple of times, showing some things that I found online, trying to do some more research on it, and that's fun. But I need to get better at that. Some things are not that easy to be like, I could do this, and then all of a sudden it's like it's not as good. Hearing myself talk. You ever hear yourself talk and you're like, ooh, like, you think you sound really good, but then maybe you don't to yourself, and then other people are like, "I like your voice." That's always a compliment. I think I've gotten over that in a while. J Ride Flips, my buddy, Jake, I hope your surgery is going as smooth as possible. I know you just had the surgery yesterday, and I messaged you and you replied back, and that's a good sign that you're still breathing, and we see you here. But it's also good seeing you out still on social media. That's the power of social media. Even when you're going through stuff and you can't get out physically, you could still get out in another way through social media. It's at your fingertips. And majority of us do have smartphones, so make use of it. Make use of it. Don't be bored. Learn some stuff. Be entertained. Combination of both. See some word stuff that reminds you why you don't want to be doing stuff like that. Debbie from Chi Town, how's it going? Welcome. 70 people in the house. Make sure you're following me. I am all over TikTok now. I am going live on there just about every day, usually in the mornings, but depending on some things like the weekend, I'm usually at the flea market. Trying to find some goodies. Did any of you that are watching right now see my last 3 videos? Awesomeness, awesomeness. I want to brag just a little bit, which I don't hardly ever do, but my swung vase video. Can we talk about that? And my other 2 videos that I made recently. I've been learning so much about glass that I pretty much when I see it walk up to it. It's a lot of fun. So is also having this little bad boy right here, this rechargeable little light. This has made things interesting. And when I don't go out and thrift like I did today with Carrie the Desert Mermaid, I was like, wait, Carrie invited me. I just ran out the house. And then once I got there, I was like, giving myself a pat down check, giving myself all my money. And I realized I didn't bring my black light. And I just said in a video or two ago that I need to remember to have a black light inside my truck. But this is the only one that I have like this. The other one I ended up giving away to a vendor. Actually, I've given away 2 black lights to vendors who watch videos too. Mercedes is one of them. And the other one's like, Sonny, I always give you good deals. Can you give me a black light? And I was like, I just so happen to have my extra one on me. And they had the cord for it anyways. So that was pretty cool. Just to vendors, getting in touch with vendors and networking that way, making friends before business. It's really cool. Since 2.5 years now, I've been thrifting at the flea market. I am still learning vendors. I have not really gone through entire 20 acres of broad acres really sourcing through there. By the time I get to a few of them, I'm already running out of my budget, which is usually like around 100 or 120. I think there was only one time where it's like, okay, I need to pull out more money because it is so worth it. And for those who have been seeing my videos, thank you. And you could see why it's worth it, especially the prices that I'm getting stuff for. And J Ride was just talking about something on his videos. If you haven't checked out his videos, check them out. They are really surreal and not typical, but right on the money when it comes to people, me being one guilty, buying so much stuff because of good prices and you know the value that you really outsource yourself and then you get overwhelmed with listing because you just bought too much. And that's a good thing. This stuff right here is from my storage unit. I am practically out of there besides a few stuff, and that's going to be saving me $180. I think at first was 150 and it's already gone up twice a little bit. One thing when you get storage units, they don't tell you that you need insurance because you're always looking at what's the price of something, right? And then it's like it's going to be say 150, and then you're signing, they're like, well, you also need insurance. So it's like, oh man, but I just wanted to pay $150. This is like going to a car dealership and saying, "This is what I want to pay for each month." They're like, "All right, we could do that, but we're going to kick your butt in interest. You could pay a lot longer, but we're going to get you. You're pretty much going to pay us for two vehicles. You don't know till you know. So you got to really reach out to people that are more experienced and assist you along the way, because that's what people want like that. Not all people, but some people in dealerships, they want people who are novice and don't know any better. I've been drinking a lot more water. How's everybody doing? Where is everybody watching from? I feel really comfortable right now. I was supposed to do some listings, but the invite of, "Do you want to go thrift and you want to hear some of the spilt tea?" And I was like, "Sure, of course I do. Who doesn't?" But I'm glad it doesn't pertain to me. Unfortunately, it pertains to somebody. Um, what's going on, Granny Franny? Granny Franny, and to all the grandmas out there, I love y'all a lot. The end of my last video, I put out there, which a lot of people don't watch to the end, but in this case, specifically, like I like not just saying stuff at the ends because there has to be an ending somewhere. But I brought up me buying grandma stuff. And that has been something not recently. It's been going on for months, maybe even a year. Sonny, you're buying grandma stuff. And I was like, well, I love my grandma. Rest in peace, grandma. She's passed away a few months ago. But I always thought that was a good thing. Like my grandma was my best friend. She was pretty much my other mother. I've lived with her. I stayed with her. She was pretty much basically the first person I would go see before even my parents. And then sometimes it would be my cousin Bobby, rest in peace. But then it would then be my parents, then my brothers, then my sister, and then she had kids, and then I would go try to see them and pick them up and hang out with them. But I love what I'm getting. If that's what grandmas are into, grandmas are cool as hell, which they are. Um, and I love what I'm coming across. The glass that I found recently, oh my goodness, I was like going gaga. And it's really hard. What people don't see in videos is excuse me, what people don't see in videos is the excitement you feel that you think your face shows, but you're not recording your face all the time. It's really, my harness is on my chest and it's my point of view. And I try to capture my edits like these thoughts and excitement. Even when I'm editing the videos, I'm reliving this excitement through my videos. It's a lot of fun. But yesterday, this recent video, I was editing from 7 p.m. to a little past 1:30 a.m. just to get together the right video that I felt was like, this is it, for a little over 20 minutes. And I appreciate everybody for stopping by, watching my videos, because a lot of work goes into them. And so does everybody else that makes videos and puts it out there. It takes time. Sometimes not that long, but it's common for me to have several hours invested, at least a couple minimum. I never really had a video that I've made that was so smooth be like less than an hour of editing, because I record a lot and I try not to do that, but sometimes my camera just records and it picks up really good candid moments that I really like, that it picks up and shares. Now, there are some times that people do things in my videos that I'm recording that I don't want to share. I don't want to share that type of stuff or that wording. So I'm really mindful, especially when friends and people message me on social media, throughout social media, that their kids watch it as well. And regardless of those kids or not, I'm beyond cursing like I used to back in the day, or my early my early military days, where everybody was just cussing us up a storm because that's the way it was. Um, Karen, yes, I love the last 3 videos. Thank you so much. Okay, there's several Karens, a couple of Karens I ran and at Goodwill yesterday. I think it was yesterday. My brain gets cloudy at times. Are you one of them? But I ran into 2 Karens and Peggy and someone else. I can't remember the names. But it was cool. My mother-in-law was with me yesterday, day before yesterday. Again, my brain's cloudy at times. She went thrifting with me. It's gonna be her last thrift with me until she gets back from the Philippines, which is gonna be several months. So the house is gonna get back to being even more quieter. It's peaceful already, but Tip is gonna miss his grandma. Miss her lots. He stayed with her last night, and then he ran up in my room around a little before 5 a.m. and just like rammed me, popped his body towards me and he kept tossing and turning. He slept good. And then it woke me up at 5. So I couldn't sleep till then. Then I started working on orders. Then I was really worried about bubble wrap because it was supposed to get here 2 days ago. And then it gave me a notice 5 minutes before the cutoff time at 8 p.m. that it was going to be delayed till the 27th. After I managed to scrap up packing paper, bubble wrap, then it showed up saying delivered. It's not the 27th. Uh, I was a little flustered with that. Sandra, new viewer, but have told many about your video. Oh, Sandra, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I am loving my videos even more because I'm learning so much more. I feel confident enough that if I really wanted to, I don't need to use my phone to look up things, but there's so much stuff out there that you have to use your phone. If you have the time, do it. But it's good to just push yourself to be like, what do I really know? Is there really anybody out shopping where you're at? And or is it taking away from yourself? No, because there's something every time. I'm tempted to show you something that I found that relates to what I just said. If everybody could drop some hearts and some thumbs up, and if you're not following me already, I'll give you a sneak peek of something that I found with what I was just saying. That things are always there, even when everybody is there. Somehow, some things appear. So, any emojis that's in there, drop a handful of emojis, and I'll show you what it is that I found, and you get a sneak peek of one of the items when I went thrifting with my mother-in-law. We got the bio. My basement is a storage unit. I really wish we had a basement, but Jimmy Old School Flips. I don't know if I think he has one in his new house, but I know the one he had one before in Colorado. He had a basement there, and he was telling me, I was like, that has to be the coolest thing to have a basement. My brother-in-law in Twin Falls, Idaho, has a basement. And it's huge. It's like another like one-story house, just a basement house. Sucker's huge. Several rooms down there. The big old living room, if you want, that's what you wanted to make it, a bathroom and so on. But and then a laundry room. So it was big. So I always thought about that. And he said, well, it gets really cold out in Colorado and he'll be freezing to where he have a space heater right under his feet. And that's still not enough. He's practically burning himself when he was doing lives at the time. 31 people in here, folks. Let's get some emojis. We got some of them, but I feel like that's not enough. And I think y'all could agree with that. Say hello to everybody. Where are you watching from? What's the weather like? I hope you're not getting flooded. And I send out good thoughts to those who are getting affected by the weather. Some crazy weather out there, but that's usually this time of the year. Just stranger things happen more and more. What's up, que ondas, to my New York friend out here doing the damn thing? I was just talking about you the other day, Krillin. Somebody was talking about business, and I said, "You know who would be a good person to talk to?" They don't know who you are. It was on TikTok. I asked if they even knew who you were, so that's why I say that. But this guy right here is really knowledgeable in business. I've had conversations with him before, and just off the top of his head, he would say things, and I'm like, I wasn't even thinking about that. But looking into it myself, just business wise, I'm like, man, it's really good to learn about business. I am somewhat upscaling in my business, sticking with apparel, but not as much. Glass, for those who are paying attention to what I'm doing, has been a game changer. A game changer. So has jewelry, which I haven't talked about too often. I just sold some on Niknax. Are any of you on Niknax? If you're not following, joining Niknax, I recommend you do. It's a really good marketplace. There's a lot of people out there talking about the whole eBay firing people, 1,000 people. And the thing is, they've been firing people for a while now, to where they've been downsizing. Even as of early last year, to where some people are personally know told me that their coworkers got fired, and fortunately they were able to keep their job, but they had to carry on with another job. They're asking me to look more into Terra Peak, which is a good thing to look at on eBay when you're looking at things on eBay, like something is showing $100 and you see a line through it. I'm getting like shortness of breath for some reason. But Say you see a line through your prices on eBay and you're like, I really want to know how much that costs. Go on eBay, copy that title word for word, not just a piece of it, word for word. Find Terra Peak, put that title, copy and paste it in there, and it should show you a list. Usually it's like one or two because some people do use similar and use the titles in there as well. And you would see what it sells for. Sometimes you may have to change a word or two, and it should bring up the same photo or bring up similar items identical to it, just different conditions, maybe. So that's always a good thing to look at. It's very easy to do. I wish it was a lot easier on eBay to just make it more convenient to find that. Like if you could make your own tools for anybody that are illustrators, Adobe Illustrator. I'm a graphic designer, and I have two designs that I'm going to be working on. I need to finish up one for a Paul Philly flipper, a very special one, and then one I just got reached out to on TikTok. So I try not to do too much graphic designs because it takes up time along with things that I'm doing. But in special cases, I do it. Uh, and it's fun. I do love art. I want to get back to photography and mesh with digital media, a combination of my illustration on top of my photography. And I want to start making use of that, not just show it, but make it available, see if anybody's interested. But if anything, I know I definitely am. I want to have it printed. I want to see my artwork. I want to prosper in so many different ways this year. Last year was really good and an eye opener to what I could do for myself and what I've been doing, uh, making a name for myself in the community, and it's done a lot of good. I get to do a lot of traveling last year. Traveling is always good, just having those experiences of meeting people, seeing new places, saying I've been there, I've done that. I want to go back again because it's different every time. And maybe next time meet up with friends. And that's the plus side when you're able to get your ducks in a row to be in that position to be like, I'm going to get out of town for a couple of days and I'm good. Any longer than that for me, I need to get back and I need to sell stuff. I love it. It's a good habit. Just like me doing push-ups every day, except for yesterday. I was really caught up in editing that video that I was like, I could knock it out. I could knock it out. And then once 1:30 came along and then I had to upload it on YouTube. Fortunately, it did not take that long for me to upload on YouTube. And as soon as that happened, took a shower. I went Mimi's. I crashed out, and then Tip woke me up, coming bringing that back around full circles. So I did get some hearts up in there, and I'm going to show you what I got. It was enough. One is more than enough. Watching from Fresno, California. What's up, Meredith? We got Angie. Hello, Sunny in chat. How is everyone? Sunny Chico said hello. So, folks, Chico is the Chihuahua right here. This little stud, very, very awesome. When I tried to get together a Mikey T-shirt day, that was fun. We had a little bit of people show up. It was kind of last notice, but I would like to make that again on the Mikey T-shirt day. Maybe we could do something this year online. Um, online to where everybody has a Hawaiian style shirt of something like that. But Chico was the first one. This dog right here, this amazing little fur baby, rocked a Hawaiian style shirt and in support and celebration of Mikey Bags of Money T-shirt Day, aka his birthday. Um, and he was the first one. I'll never forget it. That's pretty cool. Chico is a very cool dog right there. Look at those shades. I just got me some shades too. But let me show you what I got. A sneak peek, folks. I'm going to give you some very vague hints to what it is, but it is a name that's popular. Sometimes this glass company also has wood makings of. I usually come across like dolphins, ducks, different types of animals or mammals. If you want to go that far, if you could guess the name, I'll show you it. Let me go through this real quick because it's right next to me. Watching from Maryland. Hello from Maryland, Karen. Sunny, Las Vegas. We got Angie. I love Mama Dola. She's awesome. Mama Dola's awesome. Mr. Allen says hello. Hello, Mr. Allen. Nala, did you change your name? You had to have changed your name, right? Maybe because you're on Facebook. Because on YouTube is different. But told Mr. Allen I said hello. Aloha. Renee Petit, I just started watching you. I love your videos. Thank you, Renee. Thank you for joining me. We have some amazing people up in here that really encourage me on a day-to-day basis. And again, this glass, just finding glass, it's like before I used to look at things like this, folks, right? I would look at it dirty. It's a vase. People used it. I was like, oh, they didn't even clean it before they gave it or donated it. Things happen. And my perspective with glass has changed, especially with this little beauty of just doing things like this. Like just seeing that little glow, even with the light on, just seeing this to me, I'm like, ooh, how much is this? It's $1.99. I'm gonna buy it because I love the beauty of what it does. Just something that, like many people, all right, like many people, how I used to see myself, I'll look at something like this in the same way and be like, that's cool, but I want something more valuable, more pricey, something that just goes makes me go, wow. And it used to be the value of money, which is always good. Everybody wants more, right? But we gotta, if you want more, you gotta work for more. But then when you look at things like this day to day to day, and then somebody comes along and says, Sonny, have you ever checked up that glow? And I was like, why would I care about this? I see it every day. It doesn't mean anything. I see like that, things like that all the time. And then they put out a little black light, and you're like, whoa, what does that mean? What is that made of? And then your brain just starts like a roller coaster. It's like, what else glows? What is that? Who makes it? And these questions come up feeling like a little kid, wanting to learn, hungry for it. And that's glass right now for me. And I don't think I'm ever gonna get away from glass like I did apparel. Not that I got away from it completely, but glass has been a totally different animal. Look at that, a totally different animal up there, to where it's like, oh man, like I love this stuff, like vintage Jordan stuff, things like this, 90s, this way, pointing at it, 90s stuff, Taz, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like I love stuff like that. But just learning something new, feeling like a novice, not doing anything and starting somewhere fresh again has been really exciting. I can't tell you how exciting. Like I can't express how it feels. Like it makes me want to like when I saw the recent video, let me show you. The recent video, which people, a lot of people, over 19,000 people have seen my I Struck Gold video. All right, 19,000 people. A lot of people are excited of what I found, and I found it even more exciting. But as exciting as people are for me, and I was for myself, I didn't know the difference. But when I looked that one up and saw swung vases and we're doing research, and I see this here, and I just learned what fingers are, these little things and counting them, 5 fingers swung vase. I saw it. It was really dingy in the video. It was dirty. It was grimy. It looked matted, like just dirt powdered on it. And I was like, man, I don't see any real scratches or anything. I use my black light in the daylight, and then boom. I do highlights now too, which is another thing of people saying, like, I like the way you are showing the glass pieces to be a little bit more exquisite. And that is somewhat just mirroring what the comments that I got. And I think that's beautiful in so many different ways for me to learn, not only just to find things, but to showcase them in a way that people see the real beauty in them as much as possible rather than being passive. Because I was like that. You only do what you can until you try to make it more without taking away from it. No editing, is simple recording with my iPhone, which I'm using right now, a black light and recording. There's no like filter making it more glow. If you try that, it just ruins the black and you could tell like it's altered. So it doesn't work that way, at least for me. And I'm not trying to learn that type of things of getting away with things just for a view because it comes off natural. But just finding this little thing in the light and you see that, like, oh, that's nice. He found something that glows. But to see it actually glow in the dark with the black light, a 365 UV black light, um, just changes it a lot. It makes you go, ooh, ooh. And that makes me every day do that. Just ooh, really exciting. And I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Let me see if anybody answered that. Yes, love them. Kathy Granny, we got Bio, LaDonna. Mine is 1,000 square feet with foot walkout. I love it. Floor to ceilings, windows. I have my gym down there. Ooh, that would be awesome. I had a gym until I took it over my garage and covered it with stuff. Watching from Huntsville. Am I saying that right? Huntsville or Hansville? And that is Washington, right? Brenda Bunnell. That I think some of y'all seen my community tab post, and my mom commented. My mom, Brenda. That's why I looked at the name. Like, is that my mom? She changed her profile photo. So I put on there, I was like, if y'all see this, if anybody sees this, this is actually my mom. And two people commented saying, hi, Brenda. But pretty cool. So hi, Brenda. When I see Brenda, I think of my mom. I was just talking to her today, which is good thoughts. Jody, hello, Jody. Thank you for all the comments, love, and support, as well as everybody else. Zanesville, Ohio. Woo! Zurich, Ontario, Canada. Who else is in Canada? So my top viewers is the US. Canada comes second, and then it's Australia. But there's other people that watch everywhere. But that's even 1% is pretty huge when you think about how much people are in the world. That's awesome. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for helping me out and helping me grow and showing myself and what I love to do and continue to learn here on this platform. Let me show you without holding you on too much about what I found. So this is a sneak peek of what I ended up finding at the thrift store. Let me take that off. All right. Did y'all guess what it is? Hold on, let me see. Can y'all guess what this is? Dahlia. Hello, typing from Topeka, Kansas. 36 degrees and cloudy. Ooh, it's cold, but just a little colder than here, about 10 degrees. Susan. Hello from Texas. Susan, did you leave a comment saying that you're from, is it San Antonio? I want to say San Antonio as much as I want to say Dallas, but I'm going to stick with San Antonio. Thrifting Lake Huron. I was I was approved to sell, but haven't yet on Niknax. Um, Approved to sell, but haven't yet. Do you got to do some follow up with that? Some kind of training. If you're gonna sell on Niknax and you want to do auctions, make sure to do the training. It is not hard at all. They walk you through the steps. Usually, it's Cian that does it. She's really good, really nice, easy to talk to, teaches very well, and she's usually the support in Niknax during the auction. So shout out to Niknax and Cian and district support for helping out, because sometimes there is glitches like any other platform. There's nothing that's perfect, especially when it comes with technology, but I am loving auctions on there. I am going to have a big sale with some of my more valuable um, finds that I've had, especially my opaline mantles. All right. Those are my pride and joys, and I'm gonna have those on Tuesday, along with some other things, other pieces of Murano, some of the swung bases, not my big one, but I will have that stuff up there along with some other stuff. I usually stay around 15 items, so we'll see how that goes. I like the 15 item mark. So here we go. Did any of y'all guess what this is so far? What's up, Tom? What's going on? Hello from Ohio, Canadian transplant. Your glass finds are amazing. So glad to see your expanding platform. Thank you very much. Um, this time I'm expanding more than my waist. That is starting to shrink. I'm drinking a lot more water. Angie and Chico officially owed yesterday was my birthday. Everybody, can we get a happy birthday to Angie? Happy birthday, and Chico too. If Angie's birthday, so is Chico. He gets to celebrate too. And there are some doggy cake pops out there. So this is all right. When I came across this, what I was talking about earlier, that sometimes you got to go back around and look at things. When I was with Mikey Bags of Money, who's in here, everybody say hello to Mikey Bags of Money. When I went with him and Susan and Madison to Goodwill, we ended up going down, and then something said go back, and that's where I ended up finding some stuff like this, some things that I didn't see before. And this is the same kind of process that I did. Everybody was in the front at this particular Goodwill, not the same one that we went to. But when I came back around, I could see something black over my head, like square box type of thing. And when I look up, I see this name right here. I see this name. And I'm like, I touched it, I lifted it up, and I was like, this sucker's empty, but you always have to check. All right. Unless it's sealed, that's a different thing. But I know people who still open up. I see them often open up sealed items. I was like, you're not even going to buy it. I know you're not. Usually I'm right. So it was $12.99. Let me see if anybody guessed. People are saying hello to Super Court and Mikey Bags of Moolas. Mikey, Super Court, Carol, Learning a lot of glass from her videos. Thank you. There's so much people to learn from. You should also follow Tim over the years. My Flippin' Van Life, who you're going to see a lot more on Whatnot and Niknax. She has been a big mentor to me in glass. And she also sent me a surprise that I'm going to record. And a lot of people have been talking about this with my eyes, that it's only right that I record my response and share it with her first before sharing it with everybody else. This is the sweetest gift I've gotten, although I've received many of amazing, thoughtful gifts, but this one in particular has had the community who follow me mention this often. Why don't you get this or that to help you see better? And I think I just gave it away. So she said, "Can you record your response?" So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that tomorrow when there's more light and my wife gets off of work. I was supposed to do it today, but I had some things going on and I didn't want to rush it. I wanted to just be calm, collective, record it, and be as candid as possible. Yvonne, hi, Sonny from sunny San Antonio. All right, we might have two San Antonians in here, maybe a few of them. Never would think to check the glow. I didn't before either. Um, is in Canada. Barbara's in Canada. Yes. Hello, always great videos. Thank you, thank you. Janet Peterson, Manitoba. I'm gonna say Manitoba. Canada. Shout out to Canada. Hello, Sunny. How are you? I can't believe I made it. Well, thank you, Cara Stewart. Thank you very much for making it. Crazy Carol, you crazy you're in here too. So let me show you what this is. I went back, I looked up, right? I pulled it down. I was like, this sucker's empty. I see this foam on here, which looks like another cardboard. So I'm like trying to figure out how to do it. And then I'm like, wait, it's a sponge, folks. It's a sponge. Let me make sure it doesn't slide out, which has a pretty good custom holder in there. Look at this. Look at this right here. If I didn't drop the paperwork's in there as well. You are getting a sneak peek of what I found. Not the entire video, but a good video. All right. And then here it is. Brand new in the box, a Waterford. I think this is blue, might be pink, don't know yet, but soon I'm going to be finding out with the little crystal kind of braided. It looks like a braided stem, but it just like looks that way. It's pretty unique. Pretty unique. How cool is that? Yeah, everybody was there in the thrift store. Everybody was in that area. I was for a while. People left, and all of a sudden, everybody's like moving over to one side. People would like to find similar things, and then something said, "Sonny, go back. You never know. Somebody might have grabbed something and put it back." And this was on the top. I grabbed it, and then I found two other things that you're gonna be like, "Holy bajolies!" And those two other things had price tags on them, and they are vintage, and it is glass, and they have price tags on them for $112 each, brand new in the box. Freaking nuts, folks! Is that Kevin Commonwealth Picker in the house? That's another one, folks. So, Niknax is one thing, and then you have dits. My accent makes it hard to say it, but if you're into retro items, 90 items, toys, collectibles like that, go check out Did I'll put it inside here too. But I also have a Whatnot coming up. I have a Whatnot coming up on the 27, which I do have it pinned inside the comments. I am following Dibdits. I am following them, and I'm going to plug them in right now. All right, I put it in the chat, folks. So Kevin told me if I put it inside the chat, he's gonna send me $100 via money order. But Kevin's in the house, folks. He just had another trash to cash bash, I believe, in Florida. Oh, almost I need to put these back, the actual paperwork that goes with it. But they just had another event. I wish I could have made it. People were reaching out saying, "Sonny, are you going?" I wish I could, but we're actually waiting. And my last video, I do want to tell you now, I don't like playing with people's emotions if we're moving or not moving. But for those who know, we've been in the process of going through in vitro, now going into the third year. And with that, is it has been a headache because the VA dropped the bomb on us. And I usually don't talk bad about anybody, but they did. And so did the fertility clinic. They weren't communicating with each other. And what that ended up doing was telling the VA that I was being negligent of not going to my appointments, although I had several surgeries, I did several testings for 2 years, several times a month, and not once did the clinic communicate and say, "Hey, Sonny's showing up, this and that." And the VA was doing the same thing on the other hand, calling me and asking me if I was going to appointments. I said, "Yeah, they were." "Well, Sonny, can you tell them to send me it?" "Hey, clinic, they're asking for it. You're not doing it." "We already did. We faxed it." I'll tell the VA, "Okay, we'll wait for it." And they were never connecting with each other. There's supposed to be a representative for me that stands by and makes sure this process is smooth, but they kept both of them referring back to me of talk to the VA. So after the second year, which just passed a few months ago, altogether, the length of this time, they're like, "Sorry, we're gonna just cancel it because you haven't been going to appointments." So now we're paying out of pocket for it. And I wish they had just told us we're not going to do it in the beginning. We would have did this. We could already had our own child or children, because with in vitro, you never know. You might come out with twins, which my wife is not very big at all. So but she brings it up all the time. "Babe, what if we have twins or quadruplets?" And I was like, "Ay, ay, ay. You know how much more glass I got to find and stuff I really need to start lifting right now." So all of the stuff that I have is almost like an investment to be like, okay, I could be in the house for months with all this stuff. I'm all right. But when that hits the point, like, oh man, that would be crazy. But I'm super excited about moving forward. And we're talking about moving to Houston house hunting. That is very true. We were supposed to go the beginning of February. But it just so happens we're getting feedback saying hold off because we might need you to start now to go. I'm going to read the comment. I didn't read Kevin's comment. But if we start in vitro, the last thing we want to do is be traveling. Those things are sensitive cases to where some things, with Carla, they probably don't want her doing as much, and whatever they want her not to do and to do, I am 100%, 1000% invested in trying to make it as smooth as possible for us to have a child. But if anything, with her, because she's the one carrying it. So what I just saw his name, and I was like, "What's going on? I got a shed full of glass. Need you to put a word in for me with Crazy Lamp Lady to get me to sell live, brother." Look, man, Kevin, Jocelyn is very approachable. Reach out to her and say, "Hey, I would like to sell on Niknax." And I'm sure if you applied, I don't even think you need to tell her. They would be like, "Cool." I think you see what she does and what she wants, and I think you understand it. So I like the marketplace. I love what people in district are bringing. I love knickknacks. I learn a lot from it. I also go on theirs on Didbits and look at things because I don't come across too much 90s retro stuff. Although I do find stuff like this, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But I don't find enough stuff to feel like I could keep bringing stuff like that. And I really do, but I just don't find it. But I will say, Kevin, Taco Wolf is one who I talk to quite often. We should be thrifting or meeting up this week sometime soon. This guy has a plethora of what will fit right into what you have going on, you, Dave and Carrie, and everybody else that's on there selling stuff. So I'll reach out to him and tell him to sign up for it because he would do great on it. He has quite a bit of stuff and he's very active too. Really good guy. I'll see about maybe having him on the show one time because there's more to this guy that I found out about. That he's been on like TV series and taco trucks and things like that. I love his stories. Really good guy, fun guy, great guy to just be around. Just like Carrie American Arbitrage and Dawn. I think I'd rather hang out with Dawn, Lady Arbitrage, more than Carrie, but I do love Carrie. So it's like when you invite one, you win two times having both of those people anywhere around you. I love them both. Um, a pitcher? Wasn't a pitcher. I think that was the guess, but it was close. It was glass. What's up? What's up, Jonathan? What's going on? Yo, a statue. Ooh, ooh, a statue. I just think huge, big statue. I don't think I'll ever do that unless it's just something crazy valuable. Christina Perry, what's going on? Love the way you showcase your glowy glass. I appreciate it so much. It's a nice little change of what I'm used to doing and kind of how I see my video edit, right? They're kind of smooth, they're not too fast, they're not too slow, but when they slow down in my head, I'm building, I'm that's how I'm going. It's naturally looking at stuff, and then all of a sudden it picks up the excitement of finding stuff like the Limoges. I was just telling Carrie the Desert Mermaid when we were selling at the flea market, just what, a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago now. I was like, Carrie, and I have it on camera. I have it recorded in there when I found the tiki mugs. I was like, I want to find some Limoges, and she was like, yeah, good luck with that. And I was talking to her today, and she was like, oh, I need to go out to the flea market with you. I was like, what's holding you back? So we might, I think, go out this Sunday. If you're in Las Vegas and you'd like to go to flea market and meet up with us, I usually get there around 8 a.m. Not all of the vendors are set out at 8 a.m. And what I like about that, sometimes they'll just be like, hey, like I know what you're looking for, have it right here, and they'll just pull it out the truck and show you. But it's all random. I don't really have anybody actually hold things for me, which would be nice. I think a plug is always nice in some things, but I don't have that, and don't care for it because I do really good just finding things out in the wild, and it makes it even more intriguing. Brenda, hi, Mikey Supercourt. Oh my God, sweet score. Yes, on the Waterford. It's blue and beautiful. Okay, it's blue. All right, I didn't know what color it was. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, my Lanta, that's stunning. Yeah, it is. When I saw it, I was like, there is something in there. I thought it was empty. Karen, Karen's feature. Wow, that's beautiful. I guess you guessed blue. Okay, all right. I learned from y'all. I always ask my wife, "Babe, what is this?" And she usually gets off of work. She works graves, and when I ask her, I wait for her to get up, and I have like a little pile of things on the table, and I'm like, "Babe, what color is this? What color is that? What color is that?" And then I'm like, "Crap, I'm gonna forget about this stuff. I should have recorded her saying it." My memory is bad too. Barbara Ann, what's up? Folks have to apply to sell a Niknax Commonwealth. Yes, you have to apply. That is true. It's tell them, Barbara. It's fair play. Everybody's on the has to do it one way or another. There's no plugs, but um Kevin, just gotta ask. I think this is the first time Kevin has told me he loved me. Um, I love you too, Kevin. Carla always thinks when I bring you up or I'm watching your videos, uh, Carla is always thinking of your wife, Heather. She's like, babe, we got to make it out there. I really want to hang out with Heather. We're going to leave Kevin behind, and the guys could hang out, and the girls are going to go hang out. And I was like, I think he's down for that. So Carla has talked about it. And when she talks about stuff, it's usually dead on. She will do it. It's not something that she's passive about. She says something, it's usually going to happen, and it's in the works. In vitro is such a daunting and deeply difficult process. Bless you and your wife. It is, especially after the third year now getting into, and now because it's like, okay, we're paying everything up front. They're like, oh yeah, we're on this, and I was like, why couldn't you just do this in the beginning? Like, you should have just told us this was it. Like, we'll figure out how to pay for it. But we've been doing good, really good saving, still traveling, and for me, I think she was a little scared when I started reselling full time because although she saw the numbers I was making, her being old school but yet younger than me, I say, she's still more in a good way. She needs the insurance part. She needs the that security of seeing money come in often, and that's why I think a lot of people who have jobs, and I've had many of jobs, really good jobs, that it's good to see a paycheck every 2 weeks. And sometimes you don't have to work hard. You just got to do the hours and do the minimum at times, which I never was. I'm a naturally hard worker. Some people call it an overachiever, but that's the curse of somebody who works good. And even when they try to kick back a little bit, knowing that other people aren't working as hard as them, it starts affecting them to where it's like, why am I working this hard when other people aren't? But then we're getting paid the same way. That's very frustrating. Very, very frustrating, which is why, because of the military, when it comes to jobs like that and being in management of my own, I do believe in um counseling systems of writing people their what how you rate them, what they need to improve on, so that way they have accountability of what they need to improve on and also not fall back on. And people that care are going to do good. People that are lazy could do amazing. They just for sometimes are lazy for whatever reason. And it helps because other people stand out and shine through and they're responsible, so they get picked up for management and stuff, but it's also unfair for everybody else who's trying. The V8. How's it going? What's going on, man? What's going on? I'm waiting for my first grandson, IVF. What? Crossing my fingers for you. It's tough, but I gotta say it's tougher more on women, in my opinion. And I think that's easy to be like, I agree. But for me, seeing it firsthand with my wife, IVF, just knowing, hey, you're gonna be on pills, you're gonna be on this strict regimen, and you gotta prepare for it because the what ifs and you hear stories, and when you're wanting to do something you do your own research, you look at things and there's scary stuff, but then there's also stuff to be aware of, which is good, even the scary stuff. So if you come across something that you feel like it's relatable, you're able to say it and learn terminologies and wording to your doctors that could help you too. So it's good to self-educate yourself on stuff and ask questions. Awesome, Sonny. We'll do huge live in a couple of weeks. Woo! Good. Are am I gonna do a live with you? I've never been invited on yours. I'm just throwing it out there. Kara Stewart, how do I get to you? Kara, get to me, like message me. I do have an email, SonnyLasVegas702 at gmail.com. I think I have it up here, right here. Let me go through the comments. Um, I want to get where you are. As in, what do you mean, Kara? Um, I'm still figuring out a lot of things. I don't know. I don't know a lot, but I know a lot more than what I did even just a week ago. Finding the things that I have, looking at videos, reaching out to mentors to me in the glass world, like Tim over the years, and Sandy. Sandy's been a big help. My flipping van life. Sandy was on um brain fart. Sandy was on. She was on a live with Cat the Nurse Flipper just a few weeks ago. Very lovely, very kind. I private message her on Facebook and I'll ask like, "What is this?" But she's a good teacher. I will say this: she's a good teacher because it's not just giving me answers. She'll send me photos and be like, figure it out. You know, like the answers are here. You have to determine it. But the thing is, with colors, I can't tell very good from like green or yellow or in betweens. Like some things are like, is that really a glow or is it not? So I do ask. I don't want to say everything that I come across glows because not everything does. Is just some kind of reflection or sense fluorescence, opalescence, things like that. Like these words start matching in my head. I think when I was thinking of fluorescence, I think it was a comment in one of my videos, or even in the photos that I did to Niknax. So I use my community tab about a day or two before Niknax, and I'll show at least 5 photos because that's all what the community tab allows you to do. But I find them like any one of my photos that I take, it doesn't matter if they're very small, very affordable to the more like 25 and up. I don't have big valuable items, but this Tuesday I will. So if you're interested in some really nice glowy glass from low end to high end, I am going to have it. I'm going to have maybe 15 items, for sure 15 items, maybe a little bit more. Because I do like to pack stuff up, and I just ordered some more bubble wrap from American Bubble Boy. I got some today, but I'm gonna definitely need more. I should have ordered more. And I do not have an affiliate link for them. Um, Baby is due in March. Ooh, it was a success. Nice, Carol. I'm so happy to hear that. So happy to hear that. Those are good stories that you like to hear. The success. So that way that transcends into what I'm working on, me and my wife. Success. I changed my profile pic so everyone can see Chico. Yes. Y'all see Mikey Bags of Money shirts right there? Right there. Mikey, I forget. I mean, I bring up this, but if you're still in here, when is your birthday? We should do a online community event to where it doesn't really have to, maybe, no, it's your birthday, but people for that week could have like something that they're wearing. Mikey Bags of Money t-shirt day. Week. Let's change it to a week. Um, and share your pet rocks in a Hawaiian shirt, your cactus. That would be funny. But anything that you feel could match with the Hawaiian shirt, Mikey Bags of Money, I think that would be awesome. Not where you live at. Oh no, to where you live at. Oh, here in Vegas. Are you in Vegas? Reach out to me. Email me. We could talk. Oh, love it, Angie. Right? That's cool. That's awesome. Very, very awesome. 50 minutes, folks. Do y'all have any questions? I like did a whole brain dump, which I usually do, but a lot smoother this time because I'm not looking at things online like the the glasses online. And 40 of y'all on here, make sure to follow me. Check out my last 3 videos. Check out when I very first started my channel. Just had its birthday, 7 years on this channel. When I started out, I didn't start out reselling. I started out, I think, working out, trying to figure out what YouTube is. And I used to be really buff, and then I became really uff. I lost the beat. I was no longer buff, but I am working and exercising almost every day, at least with push-ups, and every other day or every third day. I am, excuse me, got the hiccups now. I am going to the gym. I would, oh my goodness. So October, the Boss Reseller Remix, I ended up pulling my calf muscle. And ever since then, I've been recovering. So I couldn't run, I couldn't jog. I've tried a few times, even like a month ago, and I could feel just a little tension of like on my tippy toe rolling forward and my heel coming off the ground. My leg, or maybe it was just my conscience, but it would just kind of like, no, no, stay down. Gravity, Sonny. Keep your heel down to the ground. Don't get up any higher. And I think it was out of fear because I messed it up pretty bad, helping a guy get his truck out of the intersection, another military veteran. And it wasn't until just a few days ago when I went to the gym, I was like, okay, let me get on the elliptical. Went the day before, and then the day after, I was like, babe, I think I'm okay to run. And she was like, okay, well then try it. I'm like asking permission. But she was like, oh, okay, if you feel all right, try it. If not, just keep walking, or get on the elliptical again. So I started running, and it was really fun to be able to run again. It wasn't fast, it was slow, but still, just to be able to run again after all this time, like I was running, and I was having fun. I ran for a mile. It was like a little over 15 minutes, which is very good for not running after all this time and recovering from pulling the calf muscle. I think I have Chad. Um, massaging my leg at the Boss Reseller Remix, which I never made the video for either. And also, Kevin was up in here. If not, he's gone. But I have content that when they had the Trash to Cash Bash, Las Vegas Trash to Cash Bash, the second one here in Vegas, I never got to put out that video because my content on my memory card or my external hard drive, this one right here, it froze up. It locked me out and ruined a tablet that I had. Oh, folks, I got to do a giveaway. I got to do a giveaway. I want to do a giveaway today. I think I put that in the title. I'm not sure, but I am going to do a giveaway. But anyways, I'm going to get to that, the giveaway in a moment. But I was able to get the information from somebody I ran into in a community yard sale. They work on computers, computer programmers, and I told them I had an issue with them. They're like, bring it over. I help it out. So now they got all of my personal information. My credit score is their credit score. And I just seen on Credit Karma that I now own 2 homes. But anyways, that's awesome. They also helped me out. What happened? What was that? They also they did fix my memory thing to where it got me from being locked out, and I was able to see it because anytime I plugged that in, my whole computer would go down. And what ended up happening that I specifically remember from that messing up my external hard drive, I ended up getting a memory card from Walgreens, a brand new memory card. And I swear, as soon as I put it in and recorded something and put it in the computer, that was the only change. Like everything just locked up, wouldn't let me do anything. I was frozen on my computer. I tried to restart it, and that was the only thing. I think the memory card was a bad memory card. Like I think it was purposely bad. Somebody trying to get information, but luckily there was nothing on that tablet. I had just won it from List Perfectly. But we're gonna do a giveaway, folks. I'm not sure what that was. What happened? I've seen some balloons on here. And I'm gonna go get the stuffs. I'm not seeing it on the personal page. Or the actual window. From the windows to the wall. Okay, we're gonna do a giveaway, folks, and I have a couple of things that I was thinking about. One of them is right in front of me. And I have a couple of things I left downstairs, so I'm gonna go get it. But right now, folks, we're gonna use okay, I'm gonna put this out there. The hashtag glassy baby. All right. Type that in. You're gonna be part of a giveaway here in the chat. I am gonna go get the rest of my stuff. Make sure to like and subscribe. I have one of the items here that I made and illustrated myself. I'm gonna be making more of them along with apparel. But I gotta go get the other stuff. I left it downstairs. So I will be right back. So for now, you could stare at my glass. All right. Click. Let me go to the bottom. Let me get that down. Let me take that off. Go back to comments. What's up, Sal? But I'll be right back, folks. So type that in. Doesn't matter how much you type it in, but make sure you're following, which I can't tell anyways. So integrity, and hit the thumbs up button. And also there's my whatnot pinned. I'm going to be on the 27th. I'm going to have a sale, and I'll be having more on there of other things. But most of my auctions of glass are going to be on Niknax. But give that a follow on the 27th. It's going to be a raid train. I'll be right back. I'll be right there. For you. I hope they like this too. It's not horrible at giving gifts. All right. Let's see. Right. All right. What's that again? All right. I am back, folks. I am back. I got a couple of things. Glassy baby. I've never found a glassy baby on my own. I don't think that's how you spell it, but I've never found one on my own. So I'm going to use it in hopes that if I don't find one, you find one before I do. Okay. Whew. I had to run downstairs. Always takes my breath away. Just like some of you all. That was supposed to be like a magical little lovey-dovey chime right there. Just imagine it in your head. Hold on. Where's the other one? Here it is. All right. I was talking about this on TikTok, saying I wanted to give this away. I know it may not be what everybody wants, but I find this to be cool. I like a lot of things. First one is going to be I just found this one in a recent video. The Jason, if you're afraid of it, you could give it to somebody else. But this right here is still sealed. All right. I think there's 2 magazines, comics. I don't know what it is. Funny story about this. Okay. It is limited, 61 out of 100. I was looking this up on TikTok while I was talking to some friends on their live. And it just so happens there's a lot of 61s out of 100. It sells for like 21 bucks. I thought it was really cool. It is sealed. I hope you like it or think it's cool. Or you could give it to somebody that's cool. You would think it's cool. You're gonna get that. Let me get a drink of water. I've been having like this weird lingering cough the last 2 days. It's like my breath, like my briefing just like cuts off for some reason. But the Wasp, this is a really cool little find. This is by Marvel. All right. This right here is a nice little page holder, like a bookmarking. Still brand new in there. All right. Here's one more item, and I'm gonna find something else, a surprise that I'll throw in there. Something cool. Maybe glass. Maybe. Or maybe something that you might see more in my videos. I think it might be glass or hard good of some sort. Um, I think so. Yeah. Um, Okay. All right. And then this one you might have seen a while back, and I mentioned it a while back saying I think this would be cool as a giveaway. At least people on Instagram seen it. And I had it in the community tab. All right. Do y'all remember this? Do y'all know what MIL means? Give me a guess, folks. Do y'all know what this means right here? MILF. Do any of y'all remember this? What app are you on? Cara Stewart. I'm on YouTube. I'm not sure, like I'm using my phone as a webcam, but I'm on. Oh, StreamYard. I'm using StreamYard to be on YouTube. But any guesses to what MILF stands for? Any guesses? You might have seen it a while back in the community tab. But anyways, we're gonna get started. Some of you are like, I don't want to go there. I don't know if I should say that, but this is a pretty cool shirt. I hope it fits you, whoever wins. If not, give it to somebody that you think will enjoy it. But this is one of the most awesomeness. Colleen, Colleen. Hey, folks, who wasn't thinking the same thing, right? I know I was. Not that I was thinking of doing it, but I know that's what I thought when I came across it. So here it is. This is this is the shirt. All right. Do y'all see that? Man, I love felines, and it has all these cats that are on here. It's a really good print. It's a pretty awesome shirt. Man, I like fudge. Jennifer Lab, Mama, what's going on? Welcome. Matt's Profit Pursuit, man. Oh man, it was so funny when I saw this shirt. I just started cracking up. I was with Carrie, and I said this would be a really cool giveaway. I tend to sell a lot of cat items, which is what I like too, because that tells me like those are my viewers, those are my supporters. Um, that would be really cool. I sell a lot of cat stuff, a lot of cat stuff. Some better than others, but cat stuff, dog stuff, rabbit stuff, figurines are really good. But you're gonna get this. You're gonna get the wasp, the little bookmarker. Reading is really good. Or if you don't want to read because your eyes are hurting, there's also audios and apps to where just highlight it, read it, and do an audio for you. I think it's not just the app, the Kibbles, whatever it is. So here's 3 items, but that's not it. There will be a surprise one. But I ended up buying a 3-inch button maker machine here locally from somebody who closed the business and opened another business who I want to take friends to. They have an ice cream place here in Las Vegas. Their place is retro, really cool stuff, things for sale too. And the owner was selling their button machine. So I ended up illustrating my own button and putting it together. So this is going to be my first giveaway on YouTube. I gave one away, I think, on Niknax. A little different. That one, I think it had "Find What Makes You Happy" around it. So this is the first one going out on YouTube, and they're entirely different. The 2 that I've already given out. So on top of that, 1, 2, 3, 4 items, I'm gonna find a glass piece or a jewelry piece and add it to this. All right. So let me now type in. Let me find the como le dice, the StreamYard giveaway. All right, StreamYard giveaway tool. StreamYard giveaway page. All right, folks. Everybody type in the glassy baby. All right, choose. All right, exclude multiple drawings. All right, there is 28 people in here, folks. I don't care if you're overseas. If you have a valid address, I will mail it to you. I don't care what the cost is. These aren't heavy things. When I say giveaway, I do giveaways, and I do the same thing usually on Whatnot. Giveaways are the same thing. I usually remember to put in international giveaways as well. So I tend to do that. So for those overseas and thinking, you know what, I'm not even going to bother, I'm always excluded. Don't. Everybody put in Glassy Baby, regardless of where you're at in the world. And if you know for some reason you can't receive mail and you have issues, but you have family here in the States who may be visiting you soon or mails you stuff without hiccups, you could send me their address. All right. Just send me a good address. I don't care. I'm going to ship it to you. And what you're going to end up doing for whoever wins, you're going to email me your address here, right? Or a good address to ship it to. And I'm going to end up sending you the tracking number tomorrow. This is easy to pack and ship. I'll send it out tomorrow. All right, let me do this so you could see it. Present, share screen, share. Let me do this one. Let me close out of that. Glassy Baby, cool. All right, Michelle, put the Glassy Baby together, not separate. I'll give you a chance to put that together. And Bradley, it has to be hashtag Glassy Baby. Just like right here on the screen. I'm glad I spelled it right. Bradley, yes, thank you. All right, we got Bradley, and then we have Michelle Thomas. We'll let this one fix it up. All right, Leslie. Hello, Leslie. Did I see you in earlier? I don't think so. There's Nala. Now I see Nala on here. All right, got it in. I think everybody is good now. I am gonna. There's now 33 people. It did do it. All right, folks. I had gave it a few seconds, corrected some things. They corrected it. So good luck to each and every one of you. We're gonna draw the winner. Who's it gonna be? Oh, Barbara. Oh, Mark. Judy. Congratulations on the big win. Congratulations. All right, my friend. Congratulations. Let me close out of that. All right, Judy. So on here, make sure you email me your address here. So take a screenshot. I'll leave it up here for a moment. That is awesome. Everybody, let's congratulate Judy. Congratulations. That's a cool one. Oh, so I'm glad I'm bringing up this live. I'm a little over an hour. I was only intending to do it in an hour, but pretty good timing, I would say. So I'm not the best at timing. But I did have issues with something on my fault when it comes to memberships. I had a few memberships come in the last 2 weeks of a new membership that I was doing. And this is a lesson learned. I didn't know about it. I didn't look into the rules. You're not supposed to have memberships that make it enticing to be like, if you do this, we're going to do giveaways. You're not supposed to do that. I didn't know. So YouTube caught it or somebody reported it, which good on them. They're doing the right thing. If that's what happened, but YouTube ended up stopping that membership. So I had to redo it. And I think it's fixed now. So people were messaging me and that's how I became aware about it. That people were saying, I think Tom was in here. Tom was in here earlier, but he brought it up and so did somebody else. And I was like, oh, let me just go look at it just in case, because what you say is very valuable. Just because you say something, and checking up on stuff, I check up on stuff. On my video, the I struck gold, the big swung vase that I found, I took a little over 2 hours of replying to every comment. I love doing that. I don't care how long it takes. I just now remembered I could find a way on YouTube Studio to see people that I replied to and also see if they replied back. So really helpful stuff. And for those who are on social media, especially on YouTube Studio on your phone is really good. It's really handy, but it's also good to look at on computer. But I like it on a cell phone because you can look up held for review, and sometimes the held for review comments aren't even bad comments. It could say something like a comment I got today, which was funny. With all the glass that you found, it was kind of like this. With all the glass that you found, it should have been like Pamper Day because they kept getting so wet with all the glass. It was funny to me, but YouTube ended up stopping it and let me decide if it was good or not. I accepted it, and then I couldn't find it to reply back to laugh at it with emojis. But there's always stuff to learn. That has been an amazing video. Over 19,000 views, over 400 subscribers just from that one video. And then the next video after that, I believe the one with the clowns, I got 40 subscribers. And then the recent one today, I think I'm at 20 subscribers on that. And the thing is, it's amazing, but I also have to keep bringing it. I also have to keep being myself and putting out content, but not pushing myself to feel like I need to buy stuff. And you should never do that. I got to push myself to really make my videos fun inside the house. And I've been implementing little things like showing tip and inside the house and little things like that. Because it's really hard sometimes as a content creator to be a thrifter, a sourcer, going out and then being like, hey, we're going to be home today. But I think there's a lot of people there too who want to see things like that and just hang out. You don't always have to buy stuff, but show me stuff that you have, from what I'm seeing or just thinking of. So I am planning on doing more home videos, a little bit more mixed vlog style. Um, but Judy, please in here, please message me, send me your address of whatever you want the items sent to. And I am gonna have a surprise in there to send it. And it's probably gonna be glass. So be careful when you open it. It'll be well packed, well shipped. Won't have any issues. And pretty sure it's gonna go priority. I don't see why not. I don't like holding on to things. I have been on YouTube for 2 years. KF Stew. KF Stew, is this the one that's been messaging me on TikTok? Um, I believe so. I think I recognize your photo. It's a little different, but I do remember it. Folks, do y'all have any questions? Any questions about anything? Anything you like to say? People you recommend to watch that I can learn more glass about? But I do have some good people already about that. But if you want to do some shout outs to anybody, I'll let you see and hear your see your recommendations. But I think this is KF Stew. Hold on, KF Stew. Hold on right now because I am gonna do this. I believe it's you. And you're Beauty One, right? I want to say you're Beauty One on TikTok. Yes, I knew it. I knew it. Okay. All right, folks. So Beauty One, 24 reviews, 1,100 followers, which is awesome. You have 89 items sold. All right. So when we see her on again, let's stop by and see if there's anything we like to pick up for ourselves. Community, supporting community. KF Stew, aka Beauty. Oh, you'll see it. It'll be in there, but it'll be Beauty One. But I'm gonna put in her link in here, folks. She's been messaging me asking questions. I believe she's here in Las Vegas. She was asking about the flea market, and the flea market here, folks. If you're a veteran, here at this flea market at Broadacres, when you come and visit, show your military ID. You'll get in free. Every now and then, I do ask if I'm lagging. I guess I didn't win. Lagging. Oh, Carol, maybe you're on the top chat and not live chat. Why are you moving to Texas? My wife wanted, we don't know yet. We're gonna go house hunting, but what I was saying earlier with in vitro. So I'm not sure if you're far behind and you'll catch up with the information, but it's in there. Keep watching and listening to this. Hopefully somehow that gets to you. I'm not sure if you're in a live chat now. But what was I saying? If you're going to the flea market here, show your veteran ID. You will get in free. They're usually really good about VA, which I still want them to check VA, check veterans. I want them to check me just to do their job. I used to work security, so I understand the importance of safety, especially when you're responsible for other people. And being a security guard and just being passive towards people, which I'm not saying they are, but there are times they're like, "Oh, you're good, go ahead." But they also recognize me as a vendor. But I still tell them like, "Hey, just check my bags," because the last thing I want is somebody outside of their peripheral to be like, "Hey, you let them in. Why aren't you checking me?" And they can say, "Well, they're a vendor, so it doesn't mean nothing." So I think about these things all the time. Be aware of your surroundings. Also, look out for people. Don't get them in trouble. Don't let them get in trouble just because even if you're not holding anything on you on your person that's going to cause any harm, you still don't want that happening to other people. You're proactive towards it. So yeah. Thank you everybody. Hour and 14 minutes. I appreciate you all. I think I have my Niknax links in the description. After I finish this, I'm gonna end up putting Niknax and whatnot pinned in the comments. So folks, if you'd like to leave any comments, you have any questions, please feel free to. I always look at comments. I don't really have any nonsense that goes on in my comments. Everybody's supportive, nice, uplifting, encouraging, knowledgeable. I get a lot of tips from it. So please do so when you see my videos, especially my thrifting videos, because I always ask in my videos, I don't know what this is, but it looks amazing. I'm going to get it. Even if it's not worth anything, I'm going to learn from it anyways, which I don't, I'm getting better at things, but it's a lot of fun, and I hope you're having a lot of fun with me. I do want to share with you right now before I go, some really good friends of mine are on YouTube, I believe, right now. I think they got on a little early. And we could all go over there and you could tell them Sunny Las Vegas sent you. They are really good people, really good couple. I love hanging out with them after my lives. Ginger Marvin. All right. So I'm going to be on just a couple of more minutes, but Ginger Marvin is my peoples, and you'll like them. They're really good. They're really organized. Unlike me, they do a lot. They're really good people. I love them. And their dog is always hanging out, which I am a dog lover. I just had to lock him out. He's with his mother-in-law. So go over there to Ginger Marv. Link is in the comments. Tell him I said hello. And then check me out on Tuesday, folks. This Tuesday on Niknax, or next week, Tuesday on Niknax. I'm going to be selling some glowy glass. Okay. I'm going to have some pricey ones, and I'm going to have some smaller ones. All right. And then a handful of other things. So I really appreciate it if y'all could join me, tell people about Niknax, could tell them about me. Also check out Kevin Commonwealth, him, Carrie, and Dave on Didbits. If you're in the 90s stuff, you're going to find a plethora of stuff there. Why not support your community with people that you know? And then if they don't have what you have, go check out with other people, but really good people as well. I'm out of here. As much as I'll love to hold every 51 of you out here on Miss Lachey. I got to say hello first to Miss Lachey. Miss Lachey, hello. Keep up the content, my friend. Keep it up. Tara Green, do you sell on eBay? Oh, here's a question. Okay, I'll stick around a few more minutes while people are going over there to Ginger Marv's. I'm going to be on there in a minute, folks. So please do say hello. Sunny Las Vegas say. Have a good weekend. Thank you very much. I will have a good weekend. I'll be going out to the flea market again. Tara Green, do you sell on eBay? I do sell on eBay, and people have been asking me for my eBay store. I stopped sharing my eBay store when something happened and people were going over there and being knuckleheads. And last thing I want is to let people ruin something that I've worked hard on for years, just because of whatever reason. So I stopped sharing that. I share everything of what I find out there, so that's also awesome. But you still also got to check what things are going for on your end. Look, my chest feels weird, but yeah, I do sell on eBay. I've been selling on eBay for several years now. Um, how much? I forget. I think I had 80 items listed. I'm usually better at listing, but I was a little slow. I've been doing more auctions lately. But I am getting back to eBay, listing stuff. I love selling apparel on there. Majority of my glass is gonna go over on Niknax, just about 100%. 99% of my glass is going on Niknax. But other than that, it's usually like apparel, shoes, maybe some hard goods, depending on what it is, that I feel is better there and doesn't match with Knickknacks. But I am really narrowing down on what I'm doing, reselling for myself. Like Whatnot, I like fast stuff. I like Money Faster, and that's a good platform. When you reach 1,000 sales, that your pay is as soon as you print a shipping label, within seconds you're going to get paid for that item. So that's why a lot of people have their shipping organized, their dimensions, weight, and so on, to where all they got to do is hit print labels and they print them all out, and then bam, they're paid. That's cash money right there. That is really good to have when you want some faster money, or if you're in a buy and you're like, I got stuff, I got to sell it. But for now, I've been doing really good in selling on Niknax, and I'm going to continue to do so. That's been a lot of fun. I may push up 2 sales a week on Niknax, but I just love the way my style is flowing, to where I don't feel overwhelmed. I don't feel anxious. I'm more of like, this is really good. I have a sell. Within a day or two, I ship it. Usually I ship my items on Niknax and whatnot the following day, or even if the same day, depending on what time that I sell items. But on Niknax, this instance, unfortunately, my bubble wrap didn't get here when it was supposed to be. And it came 2 days later, which is today. So but I got it knocked out this morning and I took everything before noon. So I think before noon or right at 1. But everything was dropped off. I don't like to hold on too much stuff, but a lot of fun. Knickknacks, you got to check it out, learn from it. I think that's about it. Judy, yes, Judy won. Good night, Granny Franny. Good night, all the grandmas, Texans, Canadians, Australians, Las Vegasians, and Floridians, Tennesseans, everybody. Have a wonderful night. I am gonna jump over on Ginger Marv's channel, and I'm gonna do some listing on Niknax right now as I'm watching Ginger Marv, Kathy, and Chris. So check it out later, folks. Visit me Tuesday on Niknax, and then back again Thursday. I'll be back up on here. Have a wonderful night. Have a